Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Okay, so this is brand new. Like, I never would have thought I would have been in front of a camera. I don't do stuff like this, but I woke up with the idea that I should get high and talk. Just talk. Like, I love to talk, especially if I can reach the masses. So, today's video, I want it to be about leveling yourself up mentally and spiritually. Learning how to combine the two. So, disclaimer, I am not fully at my potential. I am not fully at my potential. I have way more steps to go. And I'm being honest about this because I feel like when I was going through my own self-transformation, I couldn't find anybody authentic to relate to. Everybody wanted it to be like all imaginary and shit. Like, no, like real fucking life experiences, they're not they're not like sprinkles and daisies and rainbows. You know, it's not like that. Like, when you are reaching a point of decision or transformation or any life-changing event, like anything where you like, oh my God, like I am about to be a completely different person. Like, the stuff that happens leading up to that, it's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. And I mean, sometimes I want to say that that's just for me. Like, I might just be the only one that goes, you know, through these hard ass challenges and shit. But to be honest, I'm starting to see a lot of other people go through it too. Like, and that's why I had the motivation to do this video, because I want to talk to you. Yes, you watching this, I wanted to talk to you. And I wanted to let you know that this is little compared to where you'll be when you're finished. And like, the pointers that I had was, first off, whenever like I'm at a point where like, I don't know what the fuck to do, what's coming next, like what the hell, like I am so inexperienced in this type of shit. I try to train certain areas, like for instance, I try to prepare myself what's next, like to come. And in order to do that, I go into like meditation mode, full meditation mode. Like, and like I find myself like meditating at night, meditating in the morning, and then like, you know, finding out more information about a certain topic spiritually, like anything like that. Like, it can be like, so, all right, for instance, I've been having this like repetitive voice tell me Amazonite or Amazonite. I'm like, what is this? And I'm trying to figure out, like, why do I keep thinking about that? And when I'm in my full meditation mode, I told you, like, I study, I find information that's useful to me. So that word kept popping up in my head, and I'm like, let me look the word up. I looked the word up, and I knew it was a crystal. I looked it up, and it was a crystal for stress relief, and like just everything that just has me on the edge. Like, and I was like, I'm gonna purchase this because like this is what I need right now. I don't know how I knew that, but I need it. And like, it's, I don't know, it aligns every time. And I feel like the more you really take your time to get to know yourself and like, you know, just know what works for you, it's easy to figure out stuff. It's easy to figure out stuff. And I think this is common sense, but it may not, common ain't always common to everybody. Feel me? Right? Like, some people, for instance, like they'll be like, okay, I like to talk to people from different cultures to understand them, to understand myself. That's just how I relate. And it makes sense because you're familiar with astrology. I have my sun in the 9th house. So like, not only do I naturally find experiences and knowledge, like I do it in foreign places. So I like to talk to people from foreign backgrounds. So like, I was talking to somebody this past weekend, and it was my best friend's friend. She's Puerto Rican, my best friend is Puerto Rican Black. So I'm just listening to like how they like kind of relate in like culturally, and I'm like, damn, I kind of have that to me too. And then like the experiences they was bringing up, like I was comparing it to my type of experience that I've had. And then the girl said something. She was like, her name's Stephanie, I don't want to put you on there, but you know, I couldn't stop. Stephanie, she was like, yeah, I started noticing like the very like similarities that I've had. She was like, but I relate more to this culture, like, you know. And she kept relating back to that. She was like, yeah, that just comes naturally and everything, but I relate. Like, she kept doing that, and I'm like, damn, I do that too. Like, I try to like differentiate myself from like certain things to like understand myself, but the more I accept the information, it comes in clearly and everything starts to make sense, if that makes sense. I don't know if y'all gonna get that. I be telling. That's another reason why I wanted to get high and make a video, because like I feel like I don't stop my thoughts when I'm high. When I like, you know, I'm trying to be like so in control that like I stop my thoughts, be like, never mind. But yeah, I'm a Capricorn. I'm cool, I'm laid back and shit. But y'all know we just, it's so fucking hard for us to express our emotions. And you know what? I want to know, like, is YouTube going to accept all this cursing? Because, y'all, this is my first time. This is my first time ever doing a video like this. And I always wanted to. But, like, I'm like, am I cursing too much for YouTube? But, whatever, man. But, it's a nice day outside. Like, you can't see from the window how beautiful it is out here. But it's really nice out here. And I feel like I needed to get out. I feel like it's like, okay, let me get back. Let me get back. All right. Number 2, the second way that you can really level up spiritually is to divert your attention to leveling up mentally. Because like, here's how I see it. Whatever you do, you should do it to the fullest. And I feel like with me, when I know I'm going through a transformation, like I have to do everything necessary to like accept the information that's about to change my whole being. Like, so I start leveling up mentally so that I'm not like, I'm learning certain things so that I know why stuff happens. Or, you know, it's just like, all right, for instance, the whole thing with, you know, I feel like right now is a huge shift that's going on. And in particular, it's happening to Black people and African Americans and Afro Latinas, and just, you know, it's happening to like indigenous folks. And I feel like the coin is finally flipping right now. But it's so traumatic to see, because everybody can't really, like, I feel like I can always make a spiritual sense of something, like, you know, why it's happening way beyond what's actually happening. But then again, a part of me like comes down to reality and is like, you are going through a fucked up time, like really messed up time. And it'd be hard to grasp. But then when you think about history and how history repeats itself, and, you know, just the natural way of things being, it makes more sense. It makes more sense to understand. It's easier to understand. So again, another way you can level up spiritually is by doing it mentally. Feeding your brain. Give it some knowledge. Read a couple of books. Listen to a podcast. Listen to somebody talk about the same thing that you're going through. And watch how it makes a difference. Like, just watch how it makes a difference. I'm saying this with full intention. Like, I mean this. Like, and I feel like this is how I've been feeling for the last couple of days. I've been feeling like I've been talking to a lot of people and like making them see a shift in themselves. And it's like scary, but I feel so compelled to do it. And ooh, that was Lord, I hear you. All right, all right, so yeah, I be just feeling like I need to tell people certain things, and when I do it, like, I'm so passionate about what I say. I am so passionate. Like, I feel like as a Capricorn, like, I'm so laid back all the time, and I just can't help it. Like, but sometimes I feel like when I'm saying something, I be like, and you're gonna fucking listen. Like I don't hold back. Like, something comes in me and be like, bitch. Like, I'm not always like that, but when I am, like, that should be so crazy. But yeah, like, I just be feeling like when I'm around somebody and I see they going through something, I feel like because of me going through something similar and learning the same things, like, I should help the person out. Now, granted, you can't help everybody in the world. Like, it's, you know, like, and I know it's some people out there that think that they are supposed to save the whole motherfucking generation. You can't. That's how I feel, at least. I feel like I'm putting my sister on, I'm putting my brother on, I'm putting everybody on. Like, we all gonna make it out this motherfucking matrix. Like, that's how I be feeling. But it ain't always gonna happen. It ain't always gonna happen. Some people are meant to be left behind. And if you're serious about becoming the person that you want to be, then you have to realize that there are going to be sacrifices. And these sacrifices, they may be the scariest thing to you because it's something so precious to you, but you have to do it. You have to do it. Like, do it, because once you do it, you see yourself there, you're gonna be like, this shit was so fucking worth it. Like, oh my gosh, I have went through, like, I call them lessons. I have went through lessons where, like, I really, like, was like, I love this way too much to let this go. Like, I cannot, like, I can't let this shit go. But then after I did it, I'm like, oh my God, like, I was so blinded. It wasn't that important. It was not that important to me. And, like, I know sometimes these sacrifices may be family, they may be relationships, they may be jobs, you know what I'm saying? It could be anything. And you'll be like, you talk about this right here? Like, I gotta let this shit go? So I be feeling like I got Taurus moon, and when I got something, I got it, okay? Like, to the T. So when you try to take it away from me, I'm like, bitch, you got a permit? Like, no, like, you're not taking that. And sometimes I hold on a little bit too much, and then you defeat the purpose. Let it go. Let it go. Fly like a bird. What's that song that I wanted to sing? I'm thinking, life is a highway. All right, no, never mind. I cannot wait to look at this video when I'm done, because what the fuck? All right. Number 3. I would say physically. It's definitely physically. I feel like in order for you to be able to like be so on your game mentally, you have to be there physically, because like it has to match up. You got to be about it. You know what I'm saying? You can't be telling people these fruits and vegetables are good for you because you learned it. You got to be telling them that because you did it and it worked for you. And being that person that's about it, you ain't got nothing to prove. You don't have nothing to prove. You're being authentic. You're being honest. And you're actually like, you making sacrifices to get this one. Like, so you have to work just as much as you have to work on the inside, you have to work on the outside. And what I mean by that is, you know, you order some food, you pick out, you like, I don't care, this shit tastes good. The next morning, you feel terrible. You like, damn, this shit was not worth it. You feel terrible, you feel dragged, you feel like you just want to go to sleep, or not even just drowsiness. You get sick, like physically sick, throwing up, and like, you know what I'm saying? And you get grouchy, like, and you be like, I have suffered the entire day because I wanted to eat for an hour last night. Like, make it make sense. Take care of your body. Give her what she wants. Give him what he wants. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff is not happening for no reason. Like, oh my God. I don't want to come off super judgmental, but like, I will like meet a person and then being around them, they're constantly complaining about the problems they have. And it'd be like health-wise. They'd be like, oh my God, I got this sunburn. Oh yeah, and the other day I had a cough for like a week. And they'd be like, yeah, girl, that's just my eczema. Or is it? And I'd just be like, bitch, slow down. Like, okay, when you going to take care of that patch? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or when you going to like put a little, you know, something right here? Like, you're physically showing the signs. You should be on it. Go to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? Like, you said you've been suffering with something that takes days to get rid of. Like, you have to put your body first. And one of those things is, for myself, how I can relate it to myself and use my own example is, I am a workaholic. I'm a workaholic. I, Megan Scott, am a workaholic. And you know what? I saw that when I was talking to somebody else. I'm like, damn, you do the same thing. I will work my ass off. I will drive the furthest mile for $1. Like, if it meant that I had to be out there for a minute, or I had to be walking all day, or if I had to pick a motherfucker up out of his bed, or it don't matter what it was, lifting couches, I was getting to the money. But listen, it's not worth it. Because when you go home and you look at them coins and blinds on your feet, or, you know, you get back and you see all the little lines from where your jeans left because you've been standing too many hours, and you just be like, oh my God, I'm beating myself up, and yet it just is all falling out because you didn't have the stuff from the ceiling fall down. Like, you take care of yourself. Bitch, you heard me. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. I mean that. I really do. I really do mean that. Yeah. Because once that itch goes away that's on your leg, your skin will look clearer and prettier. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Or once you stop working 1,000 hours in a day, your back is actually feeling a little bit more flexible. Like, you can, you know, like, once you start doing that, you will feel so much better. You'll be able to tackle 10 things in an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really recommend that because we just said, but you know, it will feel so good, so much easier, so much better. You'll be able to fit in your jeans without being like, but do it look good from the side? Like, you will feel so much better. And I know this because I do it so much. Like, alright, so I can become really obsessive when it comes to being healthy. Like, so obsessive. Like, I go and buy something healthy from the store, and then like when I get home and eat it, I'm like, damn, it was a healthier version of this. Or, you know, I could have went this route. Or, you know, like, I really be trying to go to the extreme to be healthy. And it'd be like, girl, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. Like, I did this meal prep. It's cool if you have the time, but I didn't have the time. So my stuff was in the refrigerator freaking molding because I was out for hours at a day. What are you doing? Why you keep doing it? Like, come on. You gotta be here with me. And that was my body speaking. And I was like, okay, I will be still. And guess what? When shit hit me, I was rejuvenated, revitalized. I knew exactly why, because I studied and read and thought. And like, I was mentally prepared for anything that could come my way. So in the end, this long journey will align. It will align. Yeah. So, okay guys, thank you for listening to my long rant. And by the way, when it was done, it was 2:22. But yeah, so thank you for watching this. If you have sat through it, I can be a talker. But yeah, thank you. I'll be making soon. I'll soon be making more. Bye.